Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. Korea's homegrown Nuri rocket soared into space for its fourth mission, lifting off from Go-Hungun County in Jeollanam province at 1:13 a.m. on Thursday. The mission's success was confirmed about 90 minutes later, as the main satellite among the 13 satellites on board reached an orbit well within a 600-kilometer target and a 6% error range. The mission also saw more satellites than ever before, 13 in total, up from the 7 carried in the previous launch. With today's achievement, excitement is already building for the next 2 Nuri missions in the coming years in 2026 and 2027. On the economic front, South Korea's central bank has held its benchmark interest rate steady at 2.5%. The Bank of Korea announced the decision this morning, following the final Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the year. The rate freeze comes amid rising housing prices in the capital area and a continued weakening of the Korean won against the US dollar. The central bank's decision comes after its governor Lee Chang-yong had recently said that while the official policy path points toward a rate cut cycle, the timing and scale of any move will depend entirely on incoming data. Naver, South Korea's largest search engine, and Dunamu, the operator of the country's biggest crypto exchange Upbit, have announced massive investments in artificial intelligence and Web3 technology. Naver, its fintech subsidiary Naver Financial, and Dunamu, held a joint press conference this morning and said they will invest 10 trillion Korean won, or nearly $7 billion over the next 5 years as they seek to better respond to rapidly changing global tech trends. The 3 companies said they plan to work together on designing a next-generation financial infrastructure that combines AI and blockchain technology, and aim to establish a new platform that extends beyond payments that can cover the broader financial sector, and even everyday lifestyle services. Thursday's announcement follows an agreement for Naver to acquire Dunamu in an all-stock deal, as the internet giant seeks to cement its foothold in the country's digital assets market. A South Korean national who volunteered to fight for Ukraine in the country's war with Russia has been confirmed dead. According to Korea's foreign ministry on Thursday, a funeral for the volunteer soldier was held on Tuesday local time. An official from the South Korean mission in Ukraine reportedly attended the funeral. Though the ministry did not unveil the information, the deceased is believed to be a man in his 50s with the surname Kim. Kim is believed to have been killed during combat in Donetsk Oblast in eastern Ukraine in May. The ministry said it is providing necessary consular assistance to the bereaved family. In West Africa, officers from Guinea-Bissau's military declared they had seized power after gunfire erupted on Wednesday near the presidential palace in the capital, ahead of the announcement of presidential election results. Government sources told the BBC that President Umaru Sissoco Embalo was detained, along with his election challenger Fernando Diaz, former Prime Minister Domingo Pereira, and Interior Minister Bache Condi. Officers appeared on state television announcing that they had suspended the electoral process, closed the country's borders, and imposed a nighttime curfew. They said they acted to prevent what they called an attempt by unnamed politicians, backed by a well-known drug baron, to destabilize the country. The generals leading the takeover also detained the chief of the army and his deputy. Guinea-Bissau has experienced multiple coups or attempts over the past 5 decades. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.